The project manager and the superintendent, they never said the word no. I mean, it was always, we can find a way. And when you're spending this kind of money on a build-out, that's what you want to hear. There were many challenges that popped up during construction, and my hat's off to the project manager, because every time that there was an issue that popped up, it became our issue. And it wasn't just my issue, it wasn't just his issue. It was, let's talk about the issue and find a conclusion that's a win-win for both of us. The communication with Leopardo was excellent, and a lot of that has to do with technology. Thank God for BlackBerries. And to their credit, to have people in the construction part of the world being connected by technology. So there was never a day or an issue that wasn't discussed that I couldn't get a hold of either the supervisor or superintendent or the project manager, and they were readily accessible by either email, telephone. They even had a fax machine on site. Leopardo's expertise, I would consider them very sophisticated. We took some issues here that you wouldn't find in an everyday build-out. The elevator was a huge challenge, building an elevator over Metra, and the involvement that you have to have with Metra, Homeland Security, all sorts of different agencies, and the way that it had to penetrate roofs and go through an existing structure from 1953, that the drawings weren't exactly the greatest. They did a really nice job. The opening of a restaurant is so stressful due to the fact you have so many moving parts. You're teaching, in our case, 120 employees something from scratch that they know nothing about. Because we're an independent, we don't have a huge corporate training team that we fly in from other parts of the country to come help us out. So we're teaching everybody as we go. The nice part about having Leopardo here was when there's a construction issue, I knew that all I would have to do was communicate with Leopardo, and I could take that off my plate. I had enough to do keeping all the other balls in the air. So when it came down to a construction item, all I would have to do is contact Leopardo and say, gentlemen, this is what we need to work on, and I really got to put it to bed that way. Our patrons, every day people walk in and say, what a beautiful building. And it's a compliment to everybody that was involved. Leopardo did a great job. We used Hudak Woodworking, did a great job. Aria Architects, that architectural firm, did the design of the building. So all three groups worked together, and ultimately we're the beneficiary of that, which is nice. Just the other day, the general manager from Donald Trump's building called and asked us who we used on our build-out, and I told him Leopardo, and I also said that I would not hesitate in using them again.
Leopardo Construction, a passion to build.